Seeing the title of this article, I thought there might have been even just a little bit of cause for concern, but that's how they get you. Clickbait. Yeah, I fell for it. But it's all good. Let's break down why this is not really concerning for you or for me, abroad or back home. What's up? It's your boy Centron coming back at you with another analysis video. And I kid you not, that's my real name. Warning shots fired after North Korean troops crossed border with the South. So it happens quite often, to be honest with you. So South Korean military fired warning shots last week at a group of soldiers from North Korea who crossed the demarcation zone line, DMZ. Yeah, between the rival countries. But this is the first violation this year. So there were 17 such incidents last year, and none escalated into a firefight or anything like that. So just say, hey, you get back on your side, motherfucker. And it could be subtly them testing the boundaries. Like, you slipping? Oh, okay, you good. Gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll take you over, all right? Vet, it's like that. But they didn't show any signs of escalating. And the two countries are still technically at war because they never signed a peace treaty, just a ceasefire. So the South Korean military maintains a firm military preparedness while closely monitoring the North Korean military's trends. So they make sure they know what they're into, what they're doing, what escalation looks like from them. Are they trying new things out? Is this part of their new MO? They're on it because the two countries, while carrying the same people, the governments couldn't be any in their polar opposites. They couldn't be any more dissimilar. But that's where the zone it happened. And look, it's easy to fall into this shrubbery here. All right, something's happening here. You fall off the line a little bit, and they're like, that's the sign of the police. Get your ass back on the side before I have to smoke you. Spike of incidents in 2023 when they declared South Korea a hostile state. But really since then, they sent up the ballistic missile here and there, and they tapered off. And since they've completed the primary phase of land clearing along the border, so interesting. Don't know what the motivations are for doing that, but it's been a downturn in these type of events. It really got me to thinking, like, okay. When I used to live in South Korea in 2008 to 2010, family would always say, hey, we're concerned about you being there because you're so close to North Korea, and that's a place that is pretty hostile. And I always told them, man, I'm chill, I'm not really worried about it. But in the back of my mind, it always was there. So how much danger am I really, or how much danger are you if you come here to South Korea? So let's investigate and look at what AI told me. So you should not be overly concerned as a U.S. national living in South Korea because this incident fits a long-standing pattern of minor controlled DMZ boundary violations that rarely escalate. And I asked them to give me 10 reasons why I shouldn't be worried. So let's go over those. These crossings happen regularly. We already talked about 17 times last year. South Korea followed standard, well-established procedures. So broadcast warnings. Hey, you're crossing the line. Warning shots, blah, blah. And then people withdraw, or they usually do. So they usually follow that, that 3-step process. There's no protocol and not a sign of crisis. So good to know. North Korean soldiers immediately retreated. So they got it there. They ain't want no smoke. They ain't want no business on this side. So it was just, a clerical error. They, we'll follow under that, but make sure we keep them watching. And like you said, they're following trends and noticing what they're doing, what they're not doing. The behavior, might be changing, escalating, and such. No exchange of fire had occurred, so there was not, guns going like this. It was just like pop, pop, up in the air like we celebrating assumption. The soldiers were likely patrolling, not provoking, so they were just trying to make the rounds and doing a casual sweep as both sides will do, and they weren't trying to go on the offensive or do anything covert. It could have been, but you don't know. This was the first incident this year, so yeah, and it's happening this late in the year. It goes to show you they have bigger fish to fry than messing with their southern neighbor. The DMZ is one of the most controlled borders on earth. Yeah, they just constantly monitoring. I mean, you have to be well trained. You fuck up, you're gonna get, militarily executed. They're gonna punish you, pretty heavily. And it's something that soldiers want to avoid. Even on the U.S. side, you probably might hit the brake for a couple days or a week or something like that. So who knows? I wonder. I should type that in. What's the punishment for fucking up on one of these tours? The U.S. ROK, Republic of Korea alliance maintains strong deterrence. So they want to make sure they keep this in check. That is North Korea. South Korea's Joint Chiefs on the U.S. side and the American side emphasize a firm readiness posture, and U.S. forces in Korea continuously coordinate with them. So, I mean, we have good relations. I've met dozens upon dozens of soldiers, and you always have at least a respectful disposition, not this motherfucker here, because they have their comrades. They work hand in hand with a lot of American soldiers, and maybe some international forces. I don't know, but definitely with America, they roll tight and deep. So it's definitely a mutual respect between those two guys, those two countries, and those guys. So that bleeds over into civilian affairs as well, or civilian interactions. Number 9, no political or diplomatic escalation followed. So North Korea didn't make any statements claiming anything or saying that they're going to do this or that and the third. So they weren't trying to push any agendas and weren't trying to do anything behind the scenes. So lack of political fallout is a strong indicator of stability. These incidents typically reflect border construction, not aggression. So road building, fencing, land clearing, which brings soldiers close to that demarcation line. This is logistical, not defensive. All right. Let's see. I asked them what would happen if, what would be the warning signs if something was escalating. So how DMZ rules of engagement actually work and why they protect you. This DMZ is governed by strict, highly predictable rules that prevent small incidents like the recent crossing from spiraling into conflict. They have continuous surveillance. We talked about thermal cams, motion sensors, and drones. Clear boundary markers, joint security protocols, on both the U.S. side and the Korean side. Rapid communication channels between commands, so they make sure they alert, keeping in constant communication, and they know when something happens, and the alert protocols as far as disseminating information. Something happens, they have meetings and disperse the information on a need-to-know basis and escalation protocols. So accidental crossings are expected and managed, not treated as acts of war. So yeah, that'd be stupid. Step-by-step rules of engagement, detection, sensors of patrols, spot movement, and then verification. Troops confirm whether it's animal, civilians, construction workers, or soldiers. 3, warning broadcast. You're crossing the demarcation line. Get your ass back over to the side you're supposed to be, bitch. Warning shots, not aimed at personnel. Yes, exactly. Fired at safe angles to signal seriousness without harmful annoying. Monitoring withdrawal. Troops track the North Koreans, return to their side, make sure the motherfuckers not being some jazz niggas and trying to cross over and back doors. Yeah. Report and review. So they log it, but no escalation unless hostile intent is proven. So make sure they got it documented and for further quality assurance. Let's see. The latter is designed to prevent conflict, not provoke it. Why this matters for your safety? You don't want misunderstandings turn into firefights. Both sides hold the protocol and respond predictably. And the U.S. and Korea forces monitors everything in real time. Civilians, especially those far from the DMZ, hey bro, chill out. Let me broadcast my fucking location. Like damn, y'all wildin'. I'll put some over that in the video, man. Damn. Are not affected by these micro incidents, man. Chill out. Well, actually, you know what I'm saying, because that's not where I am, motherfucker. What real escalation indicators look like? Troop mobilization. So they, really serious about it. They gonna, stacking people on, the border, have them, behind that, the area, locked and loaded, assembled. in stats like movies, like, you know, like 300 here, 300 there, 300. Anyways, they have large scale movement of artillery, armored vehicles, or infantry toward the DMZ. When a small patrol crossed and retreated immediately, so no signs of that present. Artillery positioning and live fire drills. North Korea often signals aggression by moving artillery or connecting coastal shelling. Damn. Just an intimidation fight. They're trying to, you know, rattle your cage. Political rhetoric. State media issuing threats, ultimatums, or warlike statements. We will cap your bitch ass. We want to cap your bitch ass. We ain't gonna do shit. We talk a lot. Airspace violations. There were no drones or aircraft present crossing into South Korean airspace. So missile tests. Yeah, I've seen, you know, these in the past. You've heard of these in the past. Ballistic or cruise missiles launched. You know, rising tensions. Yeah, things are not going good. And then the alert changes. These are WatchCon and DEFCON. If anything serious were happening, the United States Forces Korea would adjust posture, and they didn't. Civil defense alerts, they would alert nationwide, hey, shit's going down. And then why this matters for your safety, foreigners are actually included, especially U.S. nationals, automatically in one of the world's most advanced civilian protection systems. So you should be good. They'll alert you, let you know what you need to do. Protocols will be, you know, released, and maybe you need to go to the embassy and check your local program. I mean, I would say, you know, definitely, you know, wherever national you are or not, always check the plan that's in place. Laser protection. Yeah, the U.S. has 28,000 soldiers here stationed in the country, and it's one of the, you know, our heavier station places, located, location, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And then, you know, Hawaii's not too far away. Other places as well. Japan is not too far away, so back up. South Korea's national alert system for missile launches, airspace violations, civil defense instructions, natural disasters. Yeah, they send that shit to your phone. Embassy warden system. Okay, so we're talking about the U.S. Embassy in Seoul maintains crisis communication channels, evacuation routes, registration systems for Americans abroad. So I would recommend that you definitely register so they know that you're here and know to alert you, your phone number and such. I'm just hypothesizing, but get that information to your local embassy so that they can know what to do to get you the fuck out of Dodge when shit happens. So you can enroll in STEP, Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, to receive direct updates. Nice. Civil defense infrastructure. South Korea has thousands of reinforced shelters, subway systems designed as blast-resistant safe zones, regular civil defense drills, clear signage for emergency shelters. So a lot of plans and backup plans so that, you know, if, like I said, if ish hits the fan, you throw in those zones, civil, you know, like you'll be defended because of the civil defense drills, emergency shelters, and reinforced shelters. I mean, thousands of them. So sounds like a good, you know, good plan. Let's see. Government transparency. South Korea does not hide threats. Yeah. Intentions rise. They announce it publicly, issue alerts, hold press briefings, and coordinate with foreign embassies. So you should be covered. You should be, you know, in the clear. And like the transparency is very important because some people like to piss on you, telling you it's raining. No, it's not. But you know, they're very honest and forthcoming with that because this could be a matter of life and death. All right, so stop telling my location. Anyways, how safe and secure do you feel? I feel fine. That's why I'm, you know, sitting here making this video and not losing my marbles. But anyways, we'll get up out of here. It's an interesting, you know, video to make, and interesting to, you know, to always be abreast of these situations and you know, think step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you just never know. You never do. Because things have changed at the drop of a hat. Anyways, what y'all can do is get up out of here on a video, but I know that you're not even watching them, but it's all good because, hey, I love making these videos. I love talking about the freaking stinking things going on abroad, especially when I am. Anyways, love you, take care, and be safe. Like, comment, share, subscribe Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs or other social media.